Hello programmers, Spidy is back with another video. In previous video we have seen about how we can able to deploy the scikit-learn container over the AWS Lambda function. Now in this video we are going to talk about how we can use a recently new launch service, or you can consider a framework called Bedrock AgentCore. And in this video we are going to use Bedrock AgentCore to build and deploy the agents. And without wasting time, let's get started. So if you don't know what is AWS Bedrock AgentCore, then AgentCore is recently launched service where you can directly create and push agents into a specific Bedrock runtime, and then you don't need to write any custom agents or Lambda functions. It is a specific runtime that you can directly use, integrate, and deploy over the production. And yes, it will be considering all the security aspect, and considering this is going to be a production grade agents. So in this video we are going to deploy one very simple agent. So let's see. So as per the implementation part, we are going through our flow. But if you are new to this channel, just make sure you are subscribed with this channel and hit the bell icon. So let's go to our flow. So here I'm going to consider my environment as a EC2. I'm just going to launch one EC2 for my local environment to do coding and all those things. If you have a local machine just like your laptop, you can do it in local as well, but I always would like to have a different environment. So without wasting time, let's go to AWS console. Now follow this tutorial along with me. You need to have a working AWS account. Let's go to EC2, launch a one specific EC2. Click on launch EC2, just give appropriate name. So test agent EC2. I'm just giving name. I would be always love to work with Ubuntu. Just choose whatever free tier it is available. Make sure you are choosing a bit larger instance, considering t2 dot small. I think small will work, or considering t2 dot medium or t3 dot medium. Don't go with the micro, otherwise you will face some issues while deploying. Make sure you should have some key pair. I have already key pair with me. If you don't have, you just create a PAM file over here. And now you just click on this allow HTTPS and HTTP traffic. Make sure it should be around 12 GB EBS. Click on launch instance. It will take some time. Now to connect with your EC2 directly, you can do from console or browser. I would love to always work with a specific VS Code environment where I can directly do SSH. So just click on this EC2. So if you don't have this extension installed, you just need to go to VS Code Marketplace and just download the SSH extension. And now you have to mention your name of the EC2, then your IPv4, either host name or DNS address, and then you have to mention your PAM file address. And user will be Ubuntu. It depends on the operating system. So for Ubuntu, it will be Ubuntu. For different, you have to check what can be a username. Okay, just wait for a while. Okay, the connection is done, so we can able to connect. But before that, let me have to change this address name over here. Okay, mention the name of the EC2 as well. This is optional for your reference only. You can use whatever name you want, but it is better to always give the same name as EC2. Okay, now you have to click over the connect to host. You will find your name over the EC2 over here, and it will ask you, do you want to continue? Select on continue. It will take some time to download your EC2 server, depends on your laptop configuration and memory as well. I'm using Mac M4, and if you don't know, I just recently purchased a Mac M4, and guys, it's just because of all of you. This is like I purchased from the YouTube money that what I earned by creating this tutorial. So first of all, thanks to all of you that I could able to complete my dream to have a own Mac. Okay, now you can see that runtime is get connected. Okay, now let's go back to the flow. So setup one is done, step one is done. Now we have to just do step two, install all the dependencies. That's how it should be. Go to terminal, make sudo su. Now what we have to do, we have to just first apt update and upgrade. So whenever you are launching EC2 or any of the server, make sure you run this command to get all the dependencies should be updated. It will take some time. And now we have to install a Python 3 pip and Bedrock AgentCore SDKs as well. So let's do that. It will take some time. Okay, now let install apt install python 3 test pip, because it will come with the python but not pip, so we have to install the python 3 pip as addition. Now till the time, let's see what all dependencies that we need. So that you can see over the here requirement.txt Bedrock AgentCore strands agent. So if you don't know what is strands, so strands is recently launched where you can directly integrate your agents and deploy easily. Then there is AgentCore starter toolkit and Boto3 and Streamlit, you guys know. Okay, now let's install the AWS CLI. Okay, it's not working like this. Let me try another command. Okay, let me try with snap. So if you don't know what is snap, snap is just like a store that you can consider like Play Store for Ubuntu. Okay, so let wait till the AWS CLI is being downloaded. Now we have to configure the credentials. Now for configuring your AWS account credential, what you can do, just click on the action, just go to security, modify IAM role. You should have a specific IAM role that you have created. It should have the administrative access. If you don't have, you can go to create new IAM role and just create a role, select your service as EC2, give appropriate name and choose the administrator access or maybe Bedrock full access, depends on the use case. So for me, the IAM role is being attached. Now let's verify that the IAM role is properly attached to your account, your EC2 or not. What you can do is AWS S3 and then ls. If you can see your bucket's name, maybe if you don't have give the permission of S3 full access, then you need to. If you can see the bucket name, it means that your AWS account credentials are successfully configured. Now let's we need to create a one folder. I'm just creating agent app. Okay, I have to upload files from my drive, so let me just go to this. Okay, so I have agent file, app file, commands and requirement.txt. I think this all 4 files are needed. Okay, I guess it become over here on the root directory. Anyway, we can able to move this into agent.py into okay, let me move this to also. Let move requirement.txt also into so agent app. So guys, if you don't know this basic commands of Linux, make sure you know all this. This is very useful if you are new into this entire ecosystem. Okay, so now my things are done. I could able to set up the environment. So let's go to the flow. Now develop the tool logic and agent runtime application. Now let's move to the step 3, which is very important. Okay, so now let's see the code. First, let me show you the agent code. So agent is nothing but you can consider a kind of a function that you are writing, that it is designed to do particular thing that what you have written. So you can see there are the few important modules like request, trans.model, bedrock model. So these are the agent, strand, agent and tool. Now you can see this is the important libraries that we have to import. Now I'm using logger to make sure that there is a logging is done. Now I'm going to create agent which can able to help you to check out the or verify the IFSC. IFSC, you guys, we are using it for this for a banking purpose. If you are doing any FT or IMPS, so the first thing that to identify your branch is IFSC. So there is already API is available, like you can see API Razorpay. So this API we are going to use. Now normalize IFSC this function, it will do, it will just make the strip if there are any spaces or lowercase, it will just make it upper. Then it will check the 11th length of the IFSC is equal to that or not. If it is not valid, it will say that your IFSC is not valid. And then get IFSC info. This is what API is written by Razorpay. We don't have to do anything over here. We just need to check whether the IFSC is there or not, and then we have to make sure that we are going on the IFSC. So this is how Razorpay API functions. So first of all, your base URL, and then whatever IFSC that user has entered, that you need to give after as a slash, and then it will call the IFSC. So something like this. Let's see. UCPA123. Oh, sorry. Now you can see this is IFSC for my bank, and I could able to fetch this information. So just like this only. Now if there is error, it will return the none. And this is very simple tool that I have written, but yeah, for industrial grade you can have more complicated things that you can write over here. Now system prompt. System prompt is very simple, like this is like how it prompt should be. So like you are Indian bank IFSC and branch group assistant. Capabilities, you have to return the branch details. You must always call the user, always call the tool when the user provide or ask about specific IFSC code. So like this is what my prompt is designed to do, and this is what the output expectation look like your bank name, branch name, city and state, address. And it should also return that supported payment methods by bank, like UPI, NEFT, RTGS, IMPs if available. And it should not like if there is any hallucination, it should not return the thinking or any other text. It should be mimicking the human type answer. Yeah, so this is very simple prompt, but in your case, if you're writing a production grade agent, you should have a bigger prompt with proper tracking mechanism and explanation. Now you have to initialize the Bedrock AgentCore app. It is just like how you initialize the Flask app, just like that only. Now here you can able to choose your Bedrock model as well. So I'm just going with a Nova Pro, which is very cheap and efficient model. Temperature, I don't want to go on the higher temperature side. I just need a 0.1. Region is IP South 1. Max token is limited by 2048. Now here I'm defining my agent. Now as if we used to do in a Flask, right, app.route, here we need to mention our entry point, like def and then invoke. So this is my entry point. When user is asking a question, it will get hit and it will get generate the answer and it will return. So if you can see, the prompt should be the payload, and I wanted to, so this will be the default kind of greeting message. Okay, if no prompt is given. Okay, now it will go to the agent, and now remaining things will be handled by this Bedrock agent. So if you remember, we have initialized the Bedrock AgentCore app. So it will have the conversation with tools. It will find proper information about that, and then on top of that, LLM will get the answer and you will get the response. Okay, now app is properly written. Okay, and now we have to run this, but let go into agent app first. I think we have to also install the dependency that we have not. So python 3 -m pip install -r requirement.txt. Okay, I guess there is some issues with break system packages. So there is always chances that some dependencies might get broken or not working properly. So during that time, you can do all those things. Like break system packages is just an argument. It will automatically adjust broken packages and install the updated one. So let's wait till the dependencies get installed. So there was some issues regarding installing the dependencies, but what I did, I just created a virtual environment, and then I could able to install the dependencies. So if you are facing any challenges while installing the dependency, make sure you create a virtual environment with venv command and just create it and activate it, and then you could able to see something like this, your virtual environment name, and then you can install the dependencies. Now what is the next step? As per the flow, let's go over here. So if you can see, now we are done with the developing tool and agent runtime. Now what we have to do, now we just need to test this agent runtime locally. So step 4. Okay, now let's see what is the file name, agent.py. Now we need to just use something like very simple command, python 3 agent.py. Now there is a specific entire, you can see if you go to Bedrock agent runtime, so you will find Bedrock AgentCore AWS console service over here. Now you have to go into the runtime, you will get the entire written description also. So just click on this host agent and you will find the view documentation. Here you will find all the requirements and code as well. So this is very simple agent, but we have written something very different compared to this very very simple agent. Now this is the step that we are following. Now how to make sure that your agent is working well, how you can able to check. So if you are seeing this, you are not seeing any messages, right? You will not find any messages, but it will see that there is something is happening, there is something is running. Just copy this command, which is a call command, and you have to check whether your application is working or not. So just do one thing, create a new terminal, just run this and wait for the response. And now you can see we got the response from the agent. Hello, I can assist you today with Indian branch. Need you have specific code? I would like to, this is the answer which is coming from the agent. If you go back to this, now you can find about, you can see like the responses and request that comes to agent. Okay, now we have to close this execution. And if you wanted to test on the Postman, the Postman will also work. The Postman, basically if you are in EC2, it will be nothing but your port forwarding will be there. So if you go to ports, the port will be forwarded into your local host. So let's test in a Postman. So in Postman you have to write localhost 8080 invocations. And now you can see the responses, like here are the details for the bank name is UCO Bank, branch name is this what whatever information is, this informations all are correct. It is my own bank retail. Okay, so this is working well. Now we have to deploy this agent. So again, if you are done with your testing, you have to deploy your agent back into a production. Now this is where local agent, right? The agent currently we have deployed, it's local. It could not able to serve on the production. So let me just create a new entire terminal. Sudo su ls cd agent app. Now there is already command is written. Let me just go to the commands. Now if you don't know, you can just directly go to the Chrome browser as well over here, and in this link you will see the command. So the same command I have over here or over the tools. So now you have to verify that you make sure have the AgentCore is installed. So just write AgentCore help. Okay, you just forget to switch to my virtual environment, and now let's see AgentCore help. Okay, now AgentCore is working well. Just now you have to write AgentCore configure, then your file name. In my case it is agent.py and my region should be AP South 1. Just write this. Now it will ask you for the agent name. So IFS, I'm just giving IFSC test agent. So make sure now there is no hyphen or no other symbols like should be there. It is not allowing. Now it will take the requirement.txt automatically. Now just make sure you just provide enter for most of the thing. Currently I don't want to be get authorized. I'm just mentioning no. Configure request header, no. As of now I just wanted to go with default. Now you can attach the memory as well, existing memory resources from the region, or you can create the new one, but I don't want to do any of this now. Just I'm making S to skip. Now just write AgentCore launch. Now what it will do, it will create a Docker file. It will use your ECR. ECR means nothing but Elastic Container Registry. It will take some time, and once it is done, it will deploy your application as agent. So let me pause video till the while. So if you go to now like this console, I can see that key AgentCore is deployed, and you will see the successful messages like this, and you will get the link of GNA related dashboard as well, CloudWatch logs also. So this is specific, you will get the dashboard where you can able to monitor your agent, and there is a error rate, trace session, agent endpoint. So there are lots of things that you can able to look into over here. Now we don't have anything to do now, as because we have not used this properly. If it is going in a production, you will have the agent memory analytics, all the information from here. Now the same things you can do, like do check on the dashboard. You just need to go on your region and go to agent run core, and once you are in AgentCore, you can see the same matrices over here. Now how to test this agent? So again, there is a Python script is also written by them. I mean, it's default one, it is given to you. So what you can do is just write this script over here. Let me write new file. Let's validate it is working or not. test.py. Okay, let me just run python 3 test.py. And I can see, while I can't look up because I asked outside question, which is like explain me machine learning in very simple terms, but it is designed to like get information for the IFSC code, and it works well. Okay, now if you see, this also returns few context of the machine learning, but yeah, we can also limit this from the prompt that it shouldn't able to answer the outside of the context, but yeah, those things we can do as extra add-on, but which is not in the scope for this demo. Now let's deploy the same agent into our application. Now if you assume this agent is now ready for the production, if you have authorization and things are enabled, then you can directly use this in a prod. You need to have your proper SDK, or you can directly use the endpoint to invoke this. Now I have already a very simple, you can consider a Streamlit application to validate this agent. So I'm just going to run this now. Let me just close all the port which I have created before. Okay, now let's run the python 3 streamlit run app.py. Now in Streamlit application, what you need to do, you need to mention your agent runtime ARN. You will get this runtime ARN from the console only. Once you update this ARN, your application could able to communicate with your agent. And this is very simple Streamlit application, and it is considering the boot 3 call where you are invoking your agent. You need to mention your runtime, unique session ID, payload, and payload which is coming from the user, and qualifier is default. We have created default agent, but there are few more categories are also there. Now let's test this application. Okay, now the application is running in the local. Okay, let me try the default one only. And now you can see AgentCore is thinking, and now it will just give you the answer like this. The IFSC code corresponds to the following detail: HDFC Bank, Park Street. Let's try it for the few other IFSC code. Okay, this looks valid. Now let's talk for UCB. Okay, this information is coming well. Okay, this IFSC also is working well. So previously I think I made mistake, instead of 0 I made it O, so that's why it was not working. but I can see, I can validate that the information is coming properly. So basically whatever information that you are entering over here, so your design tool will take this information, it will make the API call, it will get the information, the context, and on top of the context your LLM model will respond accordingly. So if you wanted to change your LLM model also, you need to redeploy the agent, and this time you have to update your model ID. So currently I'm using Nova Pro, so instead of that you can choose any other model ID and then you can update it accordingly. Now make sure once you are done with this POC and the implementation, what you can do is you need to delete the resources, because it is considering the ECR as well. So if you go to ECR, it is actually having the Docker image as well. So let's check the ECR. So it is having the Docker image of your agent API. So you have to delete this also, and you can delete your agent as well from here. So what you can do, just delete it. So make sure you don't forget to delete the resources what you have created, else you will see the huge costing in your billing. So now let's go back to conclusion. So we have done all this application, we have deleted the resources. So from the beginning we don't have any agent, we have written the script, and once the script is done, we have tested it locally, and then we have used deploy AgentCore using AgentCore runtime, and then we check that logging and monitoring how it is available in the AgentCore. And now we have deployed the AgentCore into the Streamlit application, and once it is done, we have deleted the resources. So that's what the conclusion it is. And guys, if you have liked this video, make sure you like it and share it with your connections, and don't forget to subscribe Machine Learning Hub channel. Guys, I'm running my own resources in my account and spending some money to creating all this tutorial. So make sure you appreciate it and subscribe the Machine Learning Hub YouTube channel. So guys, see you in the next one. Till the time, thanks for the listening me.